One silent sign signals a deadly stroke for seniors living alone. Do this 30-second test immediately before it's too late. That wasn't for shock value. That was a critical warning. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association revealed a terrifying statistic. For stroke victims who live alone, the delay in getting medical help is the single biggest factor leading to severe disability or death. Every second truly counts. My name is Host, and for the last 15 years, I've worked with top neurologists and geriatric specialists to help thousands of seniors just like you reclaim their health and prepare for emergencies. And the most shocking statistic of all? According to the CDC, nearly half of all seniors who experience a stroke don't arrive at the hospital within the critical 3-hour window for the most effective life-saving treatments. Why? Because they didn't recognize the signs when they were alone. Today, we change that. We're going to arm you with a simple, powerful 30-second trick that could absolutely save your life. The life-saving trick we're talking about is a powerful self-check, a way for you to become your own first responder in those critical first moments. It's an adaptation of the FAST method, something paramedics use, but designed for you to do on yourself alone. Let's start with the first and most commonly missed sign. F stands for face, specifically facial drooping. Now, why does this happen? A stroke is essentially a brain attack. It happens when blood flow to an area of the brain is cut off. When brain cells are starved of oxygen, they begin to die. And the part of your brain that controls your facial muscles is incredibly sensitive. A blockage or bleed on one side of the brain will cause the opposite side of your face to lose muscle control. It might feel like that side of your face has been injected with Novocaine at the dentist. It goes numb. It goes slack. But here's what shocked me the most when I first learned this. It's often subtle. You might just feel a little off. I remember speaking with a woman named Carol, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Scottsdale, Arizona. She was home alone watching her favorite game show when she felt a strange tingling on the left side of her mouth. She ignored it. An hour later, she went to take a sip of water and it dribbled down her chin. She thought, "That's odd," but dismissed it as being tired. It was only when she caught her reflection in the dark screen of the TV that she saw it. The left side of her smile was completely gone. It was a flat line. Carol was having a major stroke. So here is the practical 30-second F action. Find the nearest reflective surface, mirror, a window, even the black screen of your phone or television. Look directly at your reflection and give yourself a big toothy grin, a full smile. Does one side of your face move while the other remains still and drooping? Is one side of your mouth higher than the other? This is a critical warning sign. The most common mistake people make is blaming it on fatigue or thinking it will just go away. It won't. This is your brain's fire alarm going off. In the comments below, type yes if you or someone you know has ever worried about recognizing these signs while alone. Your story matters. Let's move to the second letter, which reveals something shocking about how a stroke paralyzes the body. A stands for arms. specifically arm weakness, or what doctors call arm drift. The shocking revelation here is that stroke-related weakness is almost always unilateral. That means it affects one side of your body. Why? Because your brain is divided into two hemispheres. The right hemisphere controls the left side of your body, and the left hemisphere controls the right. A stroke typically only occurs in one hemisphere, so the weakness presents on the opposite side. You won't feel weak all over, you'll feel a sudden, unexplained weakness in just one arm or one leg. Medical research from the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke has proven that this one-sided weakness, or hemiparesis, is present in over 80% of ischemic stroke cases. It's a hallmark symptom. Think of Robert, an 81-year-old I spoke with from Clearwater, Florida, a proud grandfather and a man who built his own deck. He was reaching for his morning coffee cup, a ritual he'd had for 50 years, and his right hand simply wouldn't cooperate. The cup crashed to the floor. He tried to pick up the pieces, but his right arm felt like a heavy, useless weight. He didn't feel pain, just a profound and sudden lack of strength on that one side. That was his sign. This next part could save your life, so please listen closely. Here is your 30-second A test. Sit or stand with your eyes closed and hold both of your arms straight out in front of you, palms up, for 10 seconds, like you're carrying a pizza box. If you're having a stroke, the affected arm will slowly, involuntarily drift downwards. You won't even be able to stop it. Your brain signal to that arm has been cut. A warning sign that often comes with this is a feeling of numbness or a pins and needles sensation in that same arm. Don't ignore it. If this information is valuable, please take a moment to hit the share button. Send this video to a parent, a neighbor, or a friend who lives alone. It could be the most important message they receive all week. Now we arrive at the most dangerous and often most terrifying part of the self-check. S stands for speech. A stroke can devastate your ability to communicate, leaving you trapped inside your own mind. I want to share a quote from Dr. Elaine C. Geller, a leading neurologist at Montefiore Health System. She says, "When a stroke hits the language centers of the brain, like Broca's area or Wernicke's area, it's like the librarian of your mind has suddenly vanished. The words are all there on the shelves, but you can't find them, or you can't organize them into a coherent sentence. This is called aphasia."
A before-after event is stark. Before the event, you could be chatting happily on the phone. During the stroke, you might try to say, "The sun is shining," and what comes out is sky, light, yellow. Or your speech may become slurred and garbled, as if you've had far too much to drink, even if you're completely sober. Wait until you hear this. For many seniors, this is the symptom that causes the most panic, and they freeze, unable to call for help because they can't form the words. So here is the detailed protocol for your 30-second S test. It's incredibly simple but powerfully effective. I want you to repeat this simple phrase out loud right now. "The sky is blue in Boston." Can you say it clearly? Or are the words slurred, strange, or jumbled? Are you unable to get the words out at all? This is a 5-alarm fire, a critical sign. A troubleshooting tip. In a moment of panic, you might not remember that phrase. So right after this video, I want you to take a sticky note and write, say, "The sky is blue," and stick it on your refrigerator or by your phone. It's a simple tool that can bridge the gap when your brain is failing you. If this is helping you feel more prepared, do me a small favor and hit the like button. It tells my team that we're on the right track with this vital content. We've covered F, A, and S, but they are all meaningless without the final, most critical letter, T, which stands for time. Specifically, time to call 911. Here is an advanced strategy that most people, even doctors' families, don't think about. When you recognize even one of these signs, facial droop, arm weakness, or speech difficulty, your next action is not to wait. It is not to call your son or daughter. It is not to lie down. Your immediate, single most important action is to pick up the phone and call 911. Here is a lesser-known secret that is absolutely vital for your treatment. The moment you feel the first symptom, look at a clock. Note the exact time. Paramedics and ER doctors will ask you, when was the last time you were seen normal? This isn't a casual question. It determines what kind of treatment you are eligible for. There is a miraculous clot-busting drug called TPA, tissue plasminogen activator, that can reverse the effects of an ischemic stroke, but it can only be administered within a 3 to 4.5 hour window from the onset of symptoms. If you can say, "My symptoms started at 10:15 a.m., you give your medical team the most powerful tool they have to save your brain function. I have a testimonial from a paramedic, a 20-year veteran named Mike. He told me, "When I arrive on scene and the patient or a family member can give me an exact time of onset, their chances of a good outcome skyrocket. It's the single most important piece of data I can collect." I want you to subscribe to this channel, Miracle Elderly Wisdom, for more weekly secrets that your doctor might be too busy to tell you. Let's talk about the implementation timeline. What happens after you make that call? Minute 1. You've recognized a symptom and called 911. Minute 2. While on the phone with the dispatcher, go and unlock your front door. This is a critical step many people forget in a panic. It saves the emergency services precious time. Minute 3. Get your emergency information. This should be in a folder or a bag on your kitchen counter. It should include a list of your medications, allergies, and your doctor's contact information. Minute 5. Sit down in a comfortable chair near the door. Do not lie down flat, as this can sometimes increase pressure in the brain. Just sit and try to remain calm. Minute 8 to 15. The paramedics arrive. Because you noted the time, unlocked the door, and had your info ready, you have maximized your chances for a powerful recovery. You have taken control. Now that you have the FAST self-check, I want to give you a more comprehensive solution by revealing other hidden stroke symptoms. While FAST covers the vast majority of strokes, sometimes the brain attack happens in a different area, like the cerebellum or brainstem, causing different signs. Be aware of these 3 dangerous signs. 1. Sudden severe vision problems. This isn't blurry vision from getting older. This is a sudden loss of vision in one or both eyes, or sudden double vision. It feels like a curtain being pulled over your eye. 2. Sudden severe headache. Often described as the worst headache of my life. It's a thunderclap headache. It comes on in an instant with excruciating pain. This can be a sign of a hemorrhagic stroke, a bleeding stroke. 3. Sudden trouble with walking. This includes dizziness, a loss of balance, or a lack of coordination. If you suddenly feel like you're drunk and can't walk a straight line, this is a major red flag. The long-term benefit of recognizing any of these signs, FAST or the hidden ones, and acting immediately is the preservation of your independence. Acting fast means less brain damage. Less brain damage means a higher chance of returning home, of being able to cook for yourself, of enjoying your retirement without severe disability. Tell us your success story below. Have you or a loved one used FAST? Sharing your experience could empower someone else to act. Part of this comprehensive solution is building a community support system, even when you live alone. Tell a trusted neighbor your emergency plan. Let them know where your medical information folder is. Agree to a daily check-in system, a quick phone call or a text message. If they don't hear from you, they know to check on you. This is a simple but powerful safety net. As for resources and tools, I highly recommend visiting the American Stroke Association website at stroke.org. They have incredible resources, printable guides, and support networks. I also recommend using a medical alert necklace or bracelet service. In a moment of aphasia where you can't speak, pushing that button can be your direct line to help. If you only remember one thing from this entire video, remember this. The single biggest mistake you can make when you notice one of these signs is to wait and see if it gets better. It's a fatal mistake. Time is brain. Every minute that passes, nearly 2 million brain cells die. You do not have time to wait. Your next steps after watching this video are simple. 1. Write, "Say the sky is blue" on a sticky note and put it on your fridge. 2. Prepare your emergency folder with medications and allergies. 3. Practice the FAST self-check in the mirror so it becomes second nature.
Hit the like button if you are taking action today and preparing yourself. Your health is your wealth. Let me share a final revelation that truly illustrates the power you hold. The difference between the person on the left and the person on the right is often not the severity of the initial stroke. It's the speed of the response. Let's go back to Carol from Arizona, who noticed her crooked smile in the TV reflection. Because she had once seen a poster about FAST, she recognized the sign. She immediately performed the other checks. Her arm drifted. Her speech was slightly slurred. She noted the time and called 911. She arrived at the hospital 45 minutes after her symptoms started. She was a perfect candidate for the clot-busting drug, TPA. 3 months later, she was back to her book club, with almost no lingering effects. Now consider another story. A man named George. He felt his arm go weak, but decided to take a nap, hoping he'd sleep it off. He woke up 3 hours later, unable to move the entire right side of his body and unable to speak. His wife found him and called 911. By the time he got to the hospital, the critical window for treatment had closed. The damage was done. His life was permanently altered. The difference was not the stroke, it was the knowledge and the decision to act. This is the ultimate protocol for an emergency situation when you are alone. Test. Perform the FAST self-check. Face, arms, speech. Time. Note the exact time. Telephone. Call 911 immediately. To-dos. While waiting, unlock the door, get your info packet, and sit down. When should you see a doctor, even if the symptoms go away? If you experience these symptoms and they disappear after a few minutes, you may have had a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, a mini-stroke. This is a massive warning sign that a major stroke is on its way. You must see your doctor immediately and tell them what happened. It's a critical opportunity to prevent a much larger, more devastating event.
Subscribe now and join our community of wise, empowered seniors who are taking control of their health. We are in this together. All right, that was a lot of critical, life-saving information, and I want to make sure it sticks with you. Let's quickly recap the 3 most important takeaways from today. First, your life-saving tool is the 30-second FAST self-check. Face, give a big smile in a mirror. Arms, hold them out and see if one drifts down. Speech, clearly say, "The sky is blue in Boston." If you fail even one of these, it's an emergency. Second, time is brain. The moment you notice a symptom is the moment you must act. Look at the clock, note the time, and call 911. Do not wait. Do not call a family member first. Do not lie down in hope it goes away. Your speed is your power. Third, preparation prevents panic. Having your medical information in one spot and your front door unlocked can dramatically change your outcome. Take 15 minutes today to set this up. It's the best gift you can give your future self. My urgent call to action for you today is not just to be a passive viewer. Be an active participant in your own longevity. Practice the FAST check right now. Put that sticky note on your fridge. Talk to your neighbor. You have the knowledge now. The next step is implementation. We are building a community here of wise, empowered seniors. We want you to be a part of it. The best way to do that is to engage. And here's a teaser for our next video. Many of us are taking daily supplements we believe are helping us, but a new report has exposed 5 common vitamins that could actually be doing more harm than good for people over 70. You will not want to miss that. So, subscribe to Miracle Elderly Wisdom, ring that notification bell, and please comment below with the one topic you are most concerned about for your health. Your suggestions shape our content. Thank you for entrusting me with your time today. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember that knowledge is the true miracle. I'll see you in the next video.